Hey guys, what's going on? SmartAlloc8125 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the iMo pivot display from Mimo monitors. This monitor is from a series of monitors that Mimo has running that is basically, in my opinion, aimed to remove clutter from your main desktop and to kind of put side applications such as Tweety, Mail, instant messaging clients to the side that you can have open while running your main web browsing, word processing, or whatever it is you may do on your daily computer use. Let's go through some specifications of this specific display. This is their lowest model display for $130, but still I found it makes a great addition to my setup, so how I only wish to have some of their even better models. This display has a 7-inch size measured diagonally. It has a 800 by 480 display resolution. It has a 350 CDM2 brightness capacity. It has a contrast ratio of 400:1. It connects via USB completely 2.0, both by display and by power. The monitor is 7.5 inches by 2.5 inches thick with a stand, the dimensions with 7-inch tall. This stand itself weighs about 1.2 pounds, and it has a ball and socket joint which allows both horizontal and vertical. Power on and off button is actually integrated into the USB cable. So let's take a look around the display. On the very front you have your black glossy stand, your black glossy border, and your 7-inch display with the iMo logo right there, which is a very nice logo. I think they did a really cool job. I wish I could make logos like that. So, side note there. But on the back, flipping it around, let me zoom in here because this is kind of important. You have your brightness controls up and down, which are the only two physical buttons on this unit. And you also have your connection port for the bar stand that actually lets it act as a digital photo frame instead of using the stand. But I prefer the stand, but it does come with the bar stand. So let's take a look at how this monitor looks connected to my newest generation, or second to newest generation, iMac. Just let me connect the mini USB up top here, not proprietary port of course, and plug it right in and it's ready to go. Of course not the case when you first start it because you would have to install drivers and such, but other than that it's easy as that. So I use it in the horizontal way, and my main use for this is with Twitter, and here's a little preview of some people I follow. But basically this is just what the display is for. It removes the Twitter from my main monitors and I can use it right here while I'm browsing the web or doing whatever I want to do. But of course Twitter is not the only thing you can use this for. You can be used for, again, mail, instant messaging, iTunes, and basically any side applications that you'd like, and normal ones if you want, but that's not really the point in my opinion. I have developed a pros and cons list which I will read through now about this display. The pros are: it is lightweight, easy to maneuver. Whatever application you choose to use it for, it removes a ton of clutter from your main desktop. It is easy to move around and easy to adjust based on where you want it on your setup, and it makes a terrific addition to any setup. Because of how small it is, it can basically fit anywhere, and it can get in small spaces and really make your setup look a lot nicer. The cons. The first one is kind of a pro and con. It requires 2 USB ports, which is very understandable because one is for display and one is for power. This is actually a pro for me because I already have the display port used up on my computer, so without this I could not run the display. But people that have different setups from me might find this annoying because they do not have enough USB ports. The next con is when I wake my computer after a few hours of sleep, it goes to a black screen with a bunch of lines through it, which worried me the first few times that it might have broken, but this is a very temporary thing. It lasts for about 2 seconds, and after that it goes back to working perfectly. The next is Snow Leopard drivers. I cannot actually find Snow Leopard drivers right off the Mimo site. I had to do some searching, and eventually through a bunch of links off the Mimo site I did find Snow Leopard drivers, and now this does work perfectly, but the Mimo site does not say that the Leopard drivers will not also work for Snow Leopard, and it did confuse me for a while. The last thing is choppiness and zoom in Snow Leopard. I'm not sure if this is the case for regular Leopard, and my guess is it isn't because it said that it was a beta driver, but when I use this monitor, the mouse moves a little bit choppy, not as smooth as my normal monitors, but nothing that's too hard to use. And also when I zoom in using the Mac OS X zoom feature, it basically just duplicates a lot of things that are on the screen, and trying to use this with zoom is not something you want to do. But if you can get past the cons, and I definitely can, because when I tried to make a cons list for them, none just popped out of the top of my head. I had to really think hard about things I didn't like about this monitor. I did find a few, but none of them are annoying enough that I would ever stop using this monitor. It is a terrific monitor, and again, makes a great addition to anyone's setup. Please check out MimoMonitors.com, link is in the description, where you can choose between this and a ton of other monitors that they have, including touchscreen models and more. And also check out my Twitter, twitter.com/greaterkid95. I want to thank Mimo Monitors so much for sending this thing over. I had a great time reviewing it, and I'm going to have a blast using it with my computer. Thank you for watching.